You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we're going to be talking about Stephen A. Smith and Jason Whitlock again. You guys know that Stephen A. Smith, on his own podcast, he put out a whole entire show to go and attack Jason Whitlock. I believe the show was like 45 minutes, nonstop, but yet he never actually addressed any of the allegations that Jason Whitlock actually laid out there. Boy, Stephen A. Smith was triggered, man. Triggered. So much so that he even brought up Jason Whitlock on First Take. Not by name, but even Molly and Shannon Sharp was like, hey, why are you letting this bother you? Forget about it. Let it go. He's not. I don't think I've ever seen Stephen A. Smith that upset. And he's still upset right now. He is still triggered by Jason Whitlock. You know what? If I was Stephen A. Smith, I would be like, all right, that's his opinion. He doesn't have to believe me because, in case you guys don't know, Jason Whitlock is calling out Stephen A. Smith for a bunch of lies in his book. And I believe that Stephen A. actually was under the impression that Jason Whitlock didn't buy his book and read it. Jason Whitlock said, no, I bought the book and I read it. But yet he's still calling out Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith cannot handle it. And now, it doesn't matter who you actually believe, okay? The mere fact, man, that Stephen A. Smith is that triggered, that's the issue right here. I mean, he is super duper triggered. I've never seen this man that upset. But stay tuned, guys, because Stephen A. Smith is promising that more is coming. So we're going to be diving into that, guys, in this video. First, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Remember, live stream every single Friday. Just starts at $5 per month. We appreciate the support. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, I saw Jason Whitlock actually put this out. Say, yes, sir. Grab your popcorn. Stephen A., as of 3 hours ago, setting up his Nets podcast. And we know last podcast, he was actually slamming Jason Whitlock. And apparently, he's not done yet. So he makes this video. Stephen A. says, you thought I was finished? And this is like a little preview here of his next show. Listen in.
The last time y'all saw me, obviously I had a lot to say. You thought I was finished. I wasn't. The Stephen A. Smith Show coming your way. Check it out.
Now, when checking, the show is not out yet at the time of this recording. It seems like he's going to dedicate more time to Jason Whitlock. And I believe the more he talks about Jason Whitlock, the more Jason Whitlock is winning. Because Stephen A. is clearly bothered by Jason Whitlock. I mean, he is absolutely melting down. He is triggered. And Stephen A. even brought up, because Whitlock actually brought up a clip of Stephen A. And Stephen A. is taking a shot at Jason Whitlock for having a job at the Blaze. Because apparently he believes like nobody wants Jason Whitlock, so therefore he's at the Blaze. He's taking a shot at a man for going to work and having a job. Yeah, he's at the Blaze. We know that Jason Whitlock is not a left-winger. He identifies as a Christian conservative. So he's not down with the mainstream media. Even though he actually was in the mainstream media, ESPN, but he's doing his own thing. You're doing your own thing too, Stephen A. Guess what? You have an employer. You work for ESPN. He works for the Blaze. That's okay. Long as you are both happy I don't have a problem with that. But why in the world are you actually going to take a shot at a man working? I believe I can actually just go ahead and pull up that clip here, because that was from the previous show. Yes, this one right here. Listen in some of this here, and Jason Whitlock doesn't even seem to be fazed by what Stephen A is saying. Watch this.
According to reports, literally tried to put a tape recorder under a hotel door to spy on what Allen Iverson was having to say. According to this article in Deadspin, he plagiarized one of his own editors. Somebody with these credentials, with this history of iniquities, with this disgusting reputation, y'all want to listen to him talk about me, fine, but let me leave you with this before I get on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, you know why he's talking about me? Because I get him clicks. That's what he's been reduced to. See, this is a passion and a hobby for me. I have a day job that's paying me quite well. I own and operated this. This cost me money because I invested my own money with my new studio, with my staff, and with everything that I've done to do this. He's leaning on Blaze for a check because he can't find one anywhere else. I ask any of you connected to this industry from this point forward, because I know my colleagues.
Wow. Taking a shot at Jason Whitlock for having a job with the Blaze, getting a check. Stephen A., aren't you at ESPN? You're getting a check. You say you get paid nicely, right? Yeah. But also one more thing here too, because now we got an NFL player weighing in on the Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith thing. Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins. He's coming out and he's taking a shot at Jason Whitlock. I mean, definitely a personal shot. Now, Jason Whitlock he's overweight. He knows that. He admits that. He's talked about it before. Tyreek Hill, man, puts out a tweet here and he's taking a shot. This is what he actually said here. Let me go ahead and click on it so you can make it a little bit bigger here on X. And Whitlock had put out gonna be another sleepless night for Stephen A. Myth. I'm back in the lab fixing up tonight's episode of Fearless. Grab your popcorn. And then Tyreek Hill says, bro, you shouldn't be commenting on anything but snats. Taking a shot at Jason Whitlock's weight right there. Yeah. I don't know what kind of beef he's ever had with Jason Whitlock. I'm not really sure. If you guys actually know, let me know that in the comment section right there, man. But apparently, man, Stephen A. still triggered, man. And apparently he's going to continue talking about Jason Whitlock. The more Stephen A. talks about Jason Whitlock, the more Jason Whitlock is going to win. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.